Well, it is official. HBO's canceled The Idol. Hi everyone, welcome to Quick Chat. I'm your host Jay. I hope you're doing well today. And as the title suggests, yes, we're talking about HBO's cancellation of the weekend show, The Idol. I feel like everyone saw this coming, especially because the show received less than stellar reviews. So many things went wrong with the show, and I think the first thing was letting the weekend act in it.
Stretch that tiny little.
No, really, the first thing that was wrong about this show is when they let go of the initial director for it, who was Amy Seismitz. Amy was originally attached to the show when they had a more satirical look on the music industry and when it had a more focus on Jocelyn's character, adding a more feminine lens to the show. Allegedly, and I'm going to say allegedly because I don't need any smoke, The Weeknd didn't really like the fact that it focused more on Jocelyn's character and the things that she was going through, which I think is kind of dumb because she's literally the main character of the show. So why would we not focus more on her world, her thoughts, her ideas, and just her experience throughout the show? And I'm not saying that every show on HBO is a hit, but this very well could have been another one of HBO's hits. But it's just the story felt all over the place. For example, there was an interesting storyline about Jocelyn and how she suffered abuse at the hands of her mom, and how Tedros is basically a substitute for her mom. But then they undercut that storyline when they try to convince us, the audience, that she actually needed the abuse to do better with her music and in her career.
Is there a part of you that wonders if the reason you're stuck is because your mother's not around?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you miss it?
Getting hit?
The motivation it gave you?
Sometimes.
Hey, all that trauma, you're gonna turn into inspiration. You still got that hairbrush?
Yeah.
Go get it.
Okay.
One, I think it's insane that he'd gaslight her to make her believe that she needs to be abused to be a better artist. Two, I think it was a big mistake to have Jocelyn agree to the abuse and then for her to say thank you to Tedros afterward.
Thank you for taking care of me.
Three, just throw the whole scene away. Now, I can see the show is making commentary about how sometimes people don't know that they're being abused or that they're living in a dysfunctional relationship. And, we do things that make it seem as if we need that. And that makes them think that living in that dysfunction is normal. But we are shown that Jocelyn knows what her mom did was wrong. So why in the hell would she allow Tedros to do that to her? I would say that that was the writer's goal, but I really do not want to give them much credit. Also, I want to bring up the book I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I just want to mention that the book is amazing. It is sad, but it does speak about something that I believe is very important. But Jeanette walks us through the things that her mother did to her while she was growing up. And we get to a point in the book where Jeanette is able to see a therapist, and she tells us how hard it was for her to come to terms with the fact that her mom did bad things to her when she was growing up. I bring this up because in the show, Jocelyn is shown to be at a point in her life where she can identify and recognize that the things that her mom did to her while she was growing up were wrong. So she know what that kind of dysfunction looks like and wouldn't actively choose it again. To me, it just feels really weird for a story. Obviously, the way I just laid it out, yeah, it would make sense because we're not the ones actively going through that dysfunction. And sometimes as humans, we really can't even identify certain situations when we're in them. So we're thinking that those things are normal and it, would make sense to us in that moment, might not make sense to other people. Wait a minute, did I just give the writers credit? Anyway, that doesn't even matter because later on they tell us that she was probably lying about the abuse and her and Tedros get to live happily ever after.
Did you say this was the brush your mom beat you with?
I did.
It's brand new.
Because I have the opportunity to introduce you to the love of my life. Tedros. Will you please join us? You're mine. Forever.
It's a good thing that it's not getting the second season. It was a train wreck from the beginning, even before audience got to see it. I will say this, I would like to see Lily Rose Depp in some other things because I believe she is a good actor and I'd like to see her grow more in that art. As far as it goes for the weekend, probably just stick to music for right now. That is today's video. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you want to see more content like this from me, please make sure to subscribe and click post notifications so you never miss an upload from me. Do something that makes you feel good today. Go for a walk with your dog, pet your cat, eat your favorite food, listen to your favorite song, drink more water. Please, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye. Honestly, I meant to talk about all the things that went wrong leading up to the show's cancellation, but I just ended up hyper focusing on one scene. And I think I did that just because it was a really weird scene to me. I would have loved to see Amy's version of what the show would have been.
I would like to see it.
Maybe they can do something like a Taylor's version. It costs a lot of money, but it'd be worth it.